Hard Knock University podcast. Welcome to the campus. E. Marie.
What's going on?
We got a special guest.
Yes, we do.
Somebody done fell on the campus.
Yes, she
Somebody done
did.
fell up in the dorm room. It's going down. She's in the dorm room. Fame.
What's good?
Welcome to Hard Knock University. We are so happy to see you on campus.
I'm happy
And
to
give
be
you a round of
here.
applause.
I'm happy to be here. It's my first podcast, so I'm excited.
I don't think people know who you really are. You know,
Yeah, they don't.
I am very familiar with the history of you because I'm like a historian in these streets. I can go back 10 years when you were dominating, and you've not stopped since.
Right.
From Houston to a club in Houston I saw you at, and I remember, right, I was with a couple of guys in the NFL, and I was shit-faced drunk, like I'm always out.
Right.
And I remember saying to myself, okay, let's go in this club right here. I don't know what it's called, and I won't mention it, but we went in, and all these celebrities was in there, and they was having a great time, and everybody was like loud and doing their thing, and then you hit the stage, and it was like, I've never seen so many people threaten employees, like, where my ones? She's about to come on, I need my ones. Or I've never seen so many celebrities be talking to you. So like I was saying, like, whoa, hold on, Fame coming on, Fame.
Fame getting on stage,
I'm like,
Fame
who
getting on
is
stage.
Fame? And next thing you know, money just start flying to the point to where I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I don't know what's going on. It's just so much money. And that's when I noticed that your influence was way deeper than I thought. It got to the
Right.
point to where in Houston, it takes a certain caliber of person to reach the level that you did, because Houston is tight, man. They don't play no games. You have to be a real
Yes.
motherfucker
Cause
to get the respect.
it's a lot of girls trying to do what I did, but you got to stand out, you know. And a lot of things I did, I wasn't like in the clubs a lot. So when people would see me at the strip club, they'd be like, "Oh, that's Fame from Instagram. That's her." And you know, when they see me, they spend money. That's the only place they did see me. Then that's when I started getting, you know, booked for clubs and appearances, and each year from there just went
You
up.
missed that money?
Do I? No, I don't miss
What's the
the
most
money.
you made in one night? Like the most.
The most
you
I
made?
made in one night was like $15,000 in Detroit, and I think the next month I got my boobs done. I was like, you know what? Let me just go spend this money on myself so I can make more money.
Reinvested in the brand. That's,
I
Yeah,
reinvested in
smart.
myself.
Smart.
Yeah,
I
it was
would
a
have went
great
straight
idea.
to Greece.
Not straight to Greece.
Mm.
After about 2-3 years, I started traveling. But I was just, when I went in the club, my mind was strictly on, okay, I need to save this money. You know what I'm saying? I came here to make this money, and when I hit this goal, I'm gonna leave. But I've been hit the goal. But you know, when you're used to making it, it's kind of like a habit.
Okay.
Like, I know I'm gonna make the money. I know I'm gonna make the
Right.
money, and that's why a lot of girls are still in there, because they don't hit a goal. They just in their heads it's like, I'm gonna make it again. I'm gonna make it again. That's when you end up in the club for 10, 15 years, because they don't have a goal. It's just, I want to make money.
Yeah.
So what was the goal?
My goal was $100,000.
Okay.
So save, not what I made, but I was like, when I save $100K, I'm getting out. And I saved more than that, but at one point in time, I was getting booked at strip clubs so much. It was like, man, I gotta just get a little more. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Even though I had my hostings was good too. You know, I had strip club bookings to dance. Then you had hostings to make appearances. So I waited till my hostings to make appearances picked up a little bit more before I fully retired at the strip club. You know, and I took myself out the club. Nobody did.
And that's
Smart.
crazy, because at the end of the day, that's what I wanted to go in next. From the lips of Drake to every celebrity that I have come across, every Houston veteran knows you, and all of a sudden you just disappeared.
I did. I
At the top.
disappeared. Yeah, a couple things maybe disappeared. You know, I started fighting a lot, and I'm not a fighter. I'm from the country, you know. So when girls were like trying to attack me because I was making money, it was like kind of scary. I'm like, look, I'm not built for this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
the club's
I don't want to get
cutthroat.
my eye put out, you know, over no ones. You know, ones built up, but it's like I'm not built like that. So I think like my fourth or fifth fight, you know, a girl, she hit me in the eye, and I was like, oh Lord, she's trying to put my eye out. Then another time they tried to jump me because I made a lot of money, but I did have a mouth in the club. Because in my head, I had a big ego. I'm like, I'm making more money than all these girls. You know what I'm saying? So I walked up with my head high, you know, like, you know, who are they? You know, I'm making the most money. So I wasn't the friendliest.
Okay.
I wasn't.
So you was a diva.
I was kind of a diva sometimes when I used to get a little drunk.
It's like
How long you get a little
alcohol.
drunk?
Toast to that. I used to have to get a little tipsy to go in there. You know, I couldn't do it all the way sober.
But again, you hit your goals.
I hit my
You
goal.
left the scene at the top, and where did the rebranding come in as far as now that you've hit your goals mentally? Because here at Hard Knock University, we are still a mental health podcast. And you have to be in a certain mental state to transition into your next goals. So it's very important for me to dig and ask you your mental state, because it takes a lot for a person to go out while they're making $10,000-$15,000 off one phone call, and for you to walk away just to protect your mental health. I kind of want to know what you were thinking, your mindset.
Well, I don't know. It's a lot of things. For instance, you know, the fighting. I was like, I'm not built like this, so I want to get out of here. And then I have a big family too. I have 12 siblings.
Okay.
So they looked up to me. You know, I didn't want them to see me in a club so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, my big sister's still in the club, and I'm popular on social media, so I have little sisters and brothers. They friends are fans. And I didn't want them to see, oh, his sister's dancing, blah, blah, blah. Because at one point in time, they started calling me at school with their friends. Like, they don't believe you're my sister. And I'm like, oh, Lord, they didn't see my stripper pictures. They probably didn't see someone, you know, World Star was popping at the time. They didn't see me on World Star dancing. So that was another reason I wanted to. That was, you remember, what was it, top 10 of the week? I used to always be on there. But that was another reason. I made enough money. That was another reason. And then I was, you know, I'm a child of God. So I felt like it was terrible. Like, the nightlife is evil.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends passed away. You know, I'm like, from doing drugs. Some of them got mugged by stalkers. And it's just so many things you can die from in the club. Even when, I remember a couple nights, I left the club so drunk. I was drunk driving. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get up out of here. So a lot of things did let up.
I do want to know, like, how long were you in the industry and how old were you when you got into it?
When I got in the club, let me see. For a stripper days, I started late. I think I was 22.
Okay.
And a lot of girls jump in 17, 18.
Yeah.
But it took me a while. You know, I went to high school. I went to college, dropped out after a year. And I started working regular jobs for a while. And this is so crazy how this happened. I was working at a shoe store. And I know how to dance already. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. But I was at a shoe store. My coworker, his dad opened up a strip club. He was like, Fame, I know, you know, you trying to make money and you look good. Dancing my dad's strip club when they do the grand opening. I said, I don't have money to buy shoes or clothes. So he took me to the dance store, bought me a pair of shoes,
wow,
an outfit. And he was like, when you make the money, give it back. I think I made $800 that night.
Okay.
And in the world I was in, you know, working at the shoe store back in the day, we didn't even get a lot of money. I think that's what I made in like a month or something. Yeah,
that sounds about right back then.
Man, when I got the $800, I retired. I said, I'm never working at this shoe store again.
You're like $800 a night? Yes.
I am.
Thank you.
I owe him something.
It was at Crazy Horse in Houston.
Oh, wow.
That's the first place I've ever danced at. And I think I worked there first for a couple of months. And so I got the feeling of working at V-Live. Because V-Live, the strip club, is so big. And it was so many it girls there. When I went there, all the girls already looked good. They had their hair done. I was new, so I didn't know how to do my makeup, hair. I kind of went in looking a mess. And I remember I used to go to V-Live and watch the girls dance. And I would study them. Then, after I was comfortable, I moved to V-Live. Then I took over.
That's good. I love that.
Definitely took over.
I love that.
Like, you definitely took over.
But, you know, when I started, all the other it girls before me, you know, the girls you named before, they were already, like, retired. So when I jumped in, it was just me and Mercedes at the time.
Rest in
Mercedes.
peace, Mercedes, man.
Yeah, so it was just me and her at the time, and that's kind of why I shifted up, because I was kind of by myself. Well, me and Mercedes.
Okay. And to move on, Houston, pretty much you dominated. You reached your peak in Houston. And you have 3.1 million followers on Instagram. Congratulations. It takes a certain person to reach that level organically.
Right.
These aren't paid for followers. These are, did a sign just fall?
Yes, it
Yeah, take a
did.
shot. Cheers. That we get for getting ghetto. It takes a certain caliber of person to have 3.1 million followers. So you leave Houston after dominating, and now you're here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
What made you switch?
What made me switch? I just wanted a new surroundings, and I wanted to just start over, because I was like, you know what, I'm done dancing. Well, I stayed in Houston a couple more years after I retired. And I said, I just want to be surrounded by new people, because when I used to go out randomly, I would see the same people doing the same stuff, and I just don't want to be around that. I was like, it's time
What
for
same
me to.
people?
Just like dancers, they was
What
just
they were doing?
living the same life. They didn't move up. And
You
I was
just
like, I don't want
outgrew
to be
them.
drugged back into this
Yeah.
lifestyle. So I was like, it's best for me to move on.
Okay. And that's, again, a business decision.
It is. When I moved here, I had a couple friends, but they wasn't who I thought they were. You know, they were a couple IG girls that wouldn't.
But
live
it's like
they were on the
a
ground.
self growth,
Right.
movement for yourself, because I could just feel your energy. Like you have really good energy.
Thank
and
you.
coming from like the club to like, building your business and to who you are now, I feel like
Right.
transitions are great. It's like a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
And that's the thing. A lot of people are scared to start over and transition and just jump out of something out of nowhere and jump into something new. But
Right.
you got to give it a try because,
So Atlanta's treating you good?
yeah, I've been in the house a lot. I just had a host in here the other night, but it was cool.
Okay.
But it was
well,
a day party. Yeah.
It's great here in Atlanta. I love it. I'm a foodie, so I get to eat here, smoke my hookah, get my Hennessy lamb chops.
I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta
And-
is the party city. This all they people love to do. I promise. I came here and got so drunk.
And
Couple
I know
nights.
everybody was happy to see you here. So
Cause they think I don't live here because I barely go anywhere, and I'm like, I don't pop out like that because, even though it's been a while and my prime years were a couple years ago when I was getting booked nonstop, people be like, "What you doing out here?" I'm like, "I live here," but they think I don't live here because they barely see me out. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go somewhere, it'd be like a lounge, something low key, chill on like a slow night.
So that sounds like to me that somebody doesn't have fame's attention, or you just who in your DM fame, and don't give me that
Oh my
nobody
God.
because
everybody in my DM.
like we want to, I'm not gonna say names,
who got in
name
my
some
DM?
names, but
no, I gotta have names.
I'm not gonna put people on Front Street, put them on Front Street, but I think that Atlanta is a great place, and you're gorgeous, you're fame,
Mm-hmm.
so Atlanta, I've learned that has it's a popularity contest sometimes here.
Yeah.
And people get really mean sometimes when it comes to and it's so many entertainers in one spot. How have the peers been treating you as far as who you are? Because again, you're a legend in these streets. So how do your peers treat you as far as in the industry out here in Atlanta?
I feel like people treat me really good. But you know what's crazy? It's a new set of it's a new trend now for the it girls. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the new it girls aren't like the girls that put in work back in the day. So I feel like times has changed drastically.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The new it girls now are kind of like rappers' baby mamas. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And ain't no wrong with that because, but that's what the new style is, I feel like that's what the new generation look up to. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is don't get me wrong. I'm not
Ain't
hating
no wrong
on
with
anybody.
it. I like it.
I'm
You
not
know,
hating
to
on
each his own.
Karrueche, but I don't know what Karrueche does. I just know her for being Chris Brown's
Karrueche?
ex-girlfriend. So
Oh, Karrueche, yeah. I like
but
Karrueche.
it's that generation that again I applaud anybody that can get those chips. I applaud her, get it. But at the end of the day, I come from a different era to where when people like Karrueche, I'm like, I still don't know.
Yeah,
what
but
she
she's
does.
gorgeous. So
That's
that's really,
She's really
you bring
pretty and-
you bring like a gorgeous girl, because I mean not all of them are the
Right.
it girl.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
have
you
that
could
certain
date. You could date 10 girls and probably 1 or 2 would be the it girls. out of all of them.
Exactly.
What makes you
yeah.
an it girl?
What
fuck
I
is
just
The girl
that?
said.
that's
What
always
is
in the
that?
blogs arguing with the fans.
Yeah.
The girl that's, she gonna make sure she gonna stand out, so she can keep that.
Either
see.
and they don't really care. A lot of them don't even care. Like it could be the most negative publicity, but as long
as
they're
you got
seen,
publicity,
yeah, as long as they're
that's all they care
seen.
about. And I'm I ain't gonna lie, I'm against that.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
like
like none of that stuff. All the
Yeah.
dudes I didn't dated, rappers, ball players, football players, I keep that on the DL because I'm not gonna have nobody count my body count on the internet. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
So let me ask you a question since you're just going to dive in that for me. When it comes to men, so men have this perception now that you have to have a lot of money to keep a woman, but you've literally just said you've dated people with plenty of money. So what is it that women are looking for? Is it the money, or is it the dude, or is it both? Like I've heard so many conflicts. Like I've seen millionaires that can't keep a bitch.
Oh yeah.
And then I
100%.
see a dude that work at Cox Cable or AT&T, and he's got him a Candy Burst. I'm not talking about Todd. I'm just saying in general. In general.
I mean,
love
it just
Todd to
depends.
death.
It depends
I love
what
Candy.
kind of
Please don't
girl,
take that
because
general.
it depends what kind of girl. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta have both. Like I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna date a dude for money and he's boring, spoiling me, and everything is terrible. Like a lot of men with money have bad hygiene a lot. They don't believe in showering, and I'm like, what the? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
So all you rich stinky niggas out there, that's what we talking
It's
about.
a
y'all.
lot
Wash
of
that
them.
ass.
It's a lot of them. They will wake up, just put on a new shirt, and 2 days later, you see them on Instagram, they still got the same shirt on.
Yeah.
So I have a pair of EDs, right? The EDs are called Everydays. I have like 3 pair of ED shorts, ED pants, and ED shoes. You may see me in those, but don't judge me.
But
I'm
you
just
don't
going through it.
smell.
Smell,
That's
no,
the
it's
difference.
clean.
It's the thing.
It's
Some
the
of them be
smell.
smelling. And they
Yeah.
think since they got
Like-
the money, the Rolls Royce, that they don't have to keep up. And it's like, no, I care about that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, them days are over with when I used to just talk to men for money. Like, it's
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Cheers.
Wait, how are they all falling?
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
are.
are.
It all falls down here when we do things the ghetto way.
Okay.
No, we just tried to do a little dorm room decorations and it didn't work out for us. So
Yeah.
don't mind us. The studio hates us for it, but hey, it's us. When it comes to dating, what is it that you're really looking for in a man? Because I feel like we're coming into an era of a bunch of rich goofies. That means
Ooh, it's bad.
the money
I hate that
makes you
question.
think that you
I hate
have
that question.
coolness and rapport with the United
Yeah.
States of America because you have so much money, but in general, you're just a bunch of goofy people
Yeah.
that made money. Now, I don't knock the making money part because I applaud it, but it's people that you can tell that they're just not used to having a lot of money, so they put a bad rap on other men that are doing well. What is it that is your biggest turn on, and what is it that you don't like?
My biggest turn on, like, man, if a dude smell good, I'm like, damn, he smell good. Dude gotta have a good cologne.
Take notes, fellas.
Well, and you can't be too short. After that, when he smile,
Yeah.
of course, I'm looking at his teeth. After that, personality. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't sit, take notes. I didn't sit with some man. I'm over here
Personality.
joking, and he's just sitting there, and I'm like, I know I'm not that corny. It was no personality. He just sitting there.
No.
And it was terrible. And I literally got me an Uber and left. So personality, smelling good, nice teeth, good hygiene, caring, very respectful, and patient. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the girl that's giving it up on the first night. So you got to be patient with me. You can go have sex with your other girls, but you got to wait on me.
And that's
Because
just
I
the
know
thing,
that's what they get all
the
the time.
perception, being that you're a sex symbol. You know, you're a sex symbol. I got this friend, right? His name is Keith, and Keith was on your OnlyFans the other day, and Keith was like, "Oh my God, I love her," and I told him, "You know what? Hey, don't act like that with fame." But I want to go into that as far as your OnlyFans. With the creators now,
Oh, yeah, it's different.
what kind of content would I expect?
So my content, y'all don't unfollow me. If you want to follow me, keep following me on OnlyFans. I need y'all. My content is basic, you know, because I started OnlyFans probably 3 years after it started popping. But now, since OnlyFans changed, like at first OnlyFans is what you make it. You can go in there and sell foot pictures. Like it could be,
It could be
Just you grab your
anything.
own butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Now girls are on there going, like girls are on there going in.
Ham.
So I was making a lot of money at first. I made like 25, 30, probably like 40,000 a month.
On OnlyFans?
Yes.
Shit.
I pay taxes, so like in probably
am I
2
sitting
years,
here with you?
I made like 1.8 million.
Go somewhere.
Why am I here with you? I could be
Go.
OnlyFans right now.
But
I even got my
I
name.
told you, don't even
You know
do that.
My name,
Just
my
go.
porn name is gonna be Gray Socks.
Well, we're gonna put you on.
Gray Socks.
We're gonna put you on
I'm
Pornhub.
only gonna have on Gray Socks.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna put you on Pornhub then. But you get the real bag
Did
if
you
you're
hear
gonna do
how much
that.
she just said she made on OnlyFans?
But that was
Yeah.
you
I could be
gotta.
the 6'9" Jimmy Stacks.
That was back in
Oh
the
no,
day.
he on there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting fellatio to a trans. You can't be like him.
Ooh.
You know,
And out.
He didn't so. I like look Jimmy.
I'm a
my-
cheers to that.
And out.
Jimmy's my homeboy, man. When I seen Jimmy on there, I was like, what is Jimmy doing? Like, oh my God.
Well, there
But
you
that's
go.
the thing though. So when OnlyFans changed, they start doing stuff that girls like me won't do. Like
Right.
I've never had sex on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I've never shown my vagina.
So if you and your man want to, you want to be like, let put me on OnlyFans, let me hit that. You gonna say no?
I would say hell no, and I would break up with him. I'm sorry, I don't do. I got too much respect and morals, and a lot of stuff people like to leak because people sell it for lease,
Yeah.
for less. So yeah,
When the porn community got a hold of it, it completely changed.
like I seen a couple of my friends on there getting gang bang about 4 dudes for,
Oh,
for
my
money. And I'm like, yo,
Lord.
I'm probably never gonna make another
Gang
dollar
bang?
because I'm not doing nothing like that. I got too much respect. I got morals.
That consists of 4 and more.
Unless you
Yeah.
have like your loyal
Don't ask me how I know
fans
that.
I
that
have
you
loyal-
actually like genuinely talk to.
And that's the thing. I probably got 400, 500 loyal fans that
Yeah.
pay $20 a month. But when OnlyFans, when I first had it, probably had like 1,200 fans.
Yeah.
And then when it started getting ran down and
Raunchy.
turned into porn and people started doing whatever, then my fans started going down because it was like, well, she not doing this, so why else need to still follow her? Let me go to the next person.
Yeah.
But to each his own. I
But
got
that's
morals.
not a fan then.
That's not a fan. But if somebody else gonna suck dick from the back and eat ass and I'm not
Eating
not
nigga
showing any
ass.
of it. Eating
nigga
ass.
ass.
I mean, at the end of the day, OnlyFans wasn't made for that.
It wasn't made. It was
and-
a business
Yes,
thing.
and every time I tell people that, they're like, "What?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, like they didn't create it as a porn site. It was
I don't think y'all
never.
understand what's going on.
It
here.
was never supposed to be that. It was supposed to be for influencers to be able to make money off of their content.
That's exactly what it was, and
And
they
that's
just
what it
flipped
was.
it. I'm happy that I got on there. 'Cause
Yeah,
made
I mean,
money.
get the bag.
I thought it was going to
It's
be
good.
BET Uncut. I thought I was going to go in there and see a tip drill video, but unfortunately, she just told me I'm going to see trannies getting.
I mean, support her. Like, if you are a
Yeah,
real
go-
fan,
Truth.
I mean,
go
look,
support.
I'll show
You
some
know,
boobs because they fake. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? 'Cause,
same.
It's,
Same.
I'll
it's
show a titty or two.
right?
So here's now the next question before we wrap it up. You're a sex symbol, 3.1 million followers. You're a whole goat out here, and now you're recreating yourself again. You have new
Yeah.
brands, clothing lines, jewelry lines. You're still
Yeah.
hosting. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so I'm still hosting. Thank God I'm still hosting after 8-9 years in the game, you know,
Wow.
with the new girls out. And I'm still hosting events, and I'm thankful for that. I do have a clothing line. It's called Frameware, Pramewar. It's just some cute clothes for girls like me, small waist, big booty, or small, slim girls that are a little curvy. It's like 100%.
Is it going to be like She by Sheree and we're not going to see it until like a year?
No, Frameware been out since
Okay.
January 1st.
Shout out She by
She's
Sheree.
like, it's out.
That was the
No,
best
I
marketing
think
Go
She-
shop
I've
now.
ever seen in my life.
She by Sheree came out, and I don't know. She's still selling her stuff. I really don't know.
Did she ever?
I don't know, but yeah, I Frameware. Then I got a jewelry line called Bijor. I try to make it fancy. I can't really
Bijor.
pronounce it.
Bijor.
Pronounce it. Bijor
You're a
jewelry.
real nigga. Dijon.
Yeah, Bijor.
I like that.
Something different.
Strange. Shout out to Zoe, my photographer. The reason why we had you on Hard Knock University is because everybody didn't go to college. Everybody doesn't have a degree to hang on their wall.
Right.
You don't get your flowers for a lot of things, but that's what Hard Knock University is. We want to give flowers to people that not only learned, but it also teaching. A lot of people have followed you. They won't give you your props, but they followed your lead. Your marketing strategies, your brand, your looks,
Oh,
your
not to mention,
photos,
a lot of people stole my tattoo too.
and the tattoo.
Oh my
the
god!
infamous.
Wait, which
Man.
one? Which one?
I got
Let
a
me
big
know.
tiger scratch on my right
Oh.
side. I was the first girl
Wow.
with that. The first. 'Cause
The original fuck
I knew-
fame with the
I was
tiger
like,
stripe.
yeah, I've seen that.
I knew I was going to be popular, so I was like, let me trademark myself. So when people see me in the dark, they're like, oh, that's Fame. Oh, it's about 30 girls with that tattoo right now.
Wow,
That's-
I have seen that a lot.
Like 30, yeah. And I'm not
That's
mad
wild.
at it. It is what it is. 'Cause
Trendsetter.
They see me.
So right now we are on a go. We're
Mm-hmm.
nobodies. We only have 15,000. I heard that shot. Thank you. We only have about 15 followers, so we're on the road to 50,000 followers,
And we're going to get there. We're going to get it there.
and we're going to do it organically. As soon as we
Mm-hmm.
hit 50,000 followers, we're going to donate $5,000 to a charity.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what charity yet. We're going to let our listeners decide.
Okay.
So right now we're on a mission to definitely get 50,000 followers, and with your help, I feel like we're going to get that.
yeah, we're going to get it there.
But Hard Knock University definitely thanks you for coming on campus and
Thank you,
hanging out with
guys.
us. We definitely enjoyed it. I mean, I'll see you later on OnlyFans. Later. And I guess we'll just catch up later after I see the next thing that you drop.
Yeah.
But other than that, could you just give us your IG and how can people get the clothing line and the jewelry line and get a hold of you just for hosting?
Okay. So my Instagram is Fame, PHFAME, and my Frameware page where I sell cute clothes for everybody and pajamas and accessories is PHRAMEWEAR. Also, if you want to book me for hostings, the email is in my bio.
She gonna rock
So
it
yeah,
out.
get at me. And my OnlyFans is in my bio too. Well, it's not in there. I got a link tree because I don't need everybody in my business. But if you see it, you see it.
Okay.
You see the link tree, click it.
Yeah, click it.
Keith saw it. And,
Keith's definitely
and
seen
Keith
it.
saw it, and I'll make sure to tell him to keep doing that and telling me what he saw because I can't look. You know.
Keep it on rebill.
No.
Yes.
Well, thank you, everybody. Fuck Fame, Hard Knock
Thank
University.
you guys for having me.
Thank you so much.